This is take 3 on this video, cause cat and phone calls. Anyways, it's Thursday, so comic book pickup, yay! If I put in the other takes, you'd be like, oh, that's why he sounds like this, cause it's my 3rd time trying to record this. Hopefully, no distractions this time. I've already mentioned it all 3 times. Well, actually, I only mentioned it last time, but nothing in here. I mentioned that both times. I'm gonna stop saying stuff like that now. But that cover, yeah, nothing in here except for a preview. Not even a preview, it just talks about Amazing Spider-Man 1.1, which is learning to crawl, which I don't know if it's a retelling of his origin or what. But if it is, do we really need one? I mean, didn't Spider-Man Year 1 just come out like last year? And I don't know, I just feel like there's plenty of origin stories for Spider-Man that do we really need another one? I don't know. Maybe it's not a retelling of his origin. I'm not really 100% sure on what it is, but you know, hopefully it's good. So that's my attitude on it. Magneto #1. Again, all issue #1s are now reviewed Sunday on their own videos, which I think it's great because I think last week I said I don't want to spam you guys with videos and do more than 3 a day, and which I haven't even reached 3 a day I think yet. I might have done it once. Yeah, there's like 5 issue #1s, so get ready for that on Sunday, so that'll be exciting. But Magneto #1, the only issue #1 I've read, and I wish I got the variant now. That tells you, you know, a little preview of what I thought of it. Other than that, you get to look at it and get to see the review later, or you could just watch somebody else's video. I'm sure plenty of other people have already reviewed it. Anyways, Moon Knight #1. Never read anything on Moon Knight. This issue #1 came out, so I was like, I will give it a try. Just don't like that Marvel has decided, you know, let's make $4 the new norm. I don't like that. But on something that's 50 cents cheaper or 49 cents cheaper, Veil at $3.50. The premise of the story sounded really interesting. That's why I wanted to get it, and it's only a 4-part miniseries, so I was like, if it's good, you know, 4 issues, that's not bad. Tales of Honor, which I believe is based off a book, and I think there's like a whole bunch of stuff coming out for it, like a show or a movie or some stuff. They have plans for this, which is at least that's what I looked up. I wasn't going to get it, and then I looked at the preview for it. The art looked pretty good, so we'll see how this goes. I haven't read it, like I said, so hopefully it's gonna be good. So there we go, Tales of Honor #1, and it's $2.99. So yeah, Image Comics. This Image is pretty awesome. And Starlight by Mark Miller, which the fact that it was Mark Miller already had me at, okay, I'm gonna get it. But I read the premise of it, and I was like, that sounds freaking interesting. Wish I got the variant for this, too. I went in the store knowing that I wanted the variant for it, but I didn't get it. Just kind of slipped my mind at the end because I was interested in the other variant, which you will see later in this video. You know, my favorite thing about Image Comics is that most variants are cover price, and they're not like some super rare, oh, there's only 1 in 50 of these, so we have to jack up the price to match. I don't like that. I really don't. I mean, I get it, but it's just, it kind of sucks at the same time, you know. I'm not saying they shouldn't make variants. I like variants, and I like the fact that some of them are rarer than other ones. I don't like that you have to pay more for them. But obviously it makes sense on why you would do it, and then the price goes up more depending on how rare it is. And just variants. Maybe I'll make a video talking about variants later. I don't know. So first up, Uncanny XMen, which you're probably wondering, why is that on the top of your pile? Don't you usually review this from worst to best? Well, I didn't like the art at all this time. I don't know who the guest artist is. I don't know. I'm not good with names, but man, I didn't like the art. I really didn't. It was weird. It was really weird. Now the cover looks flapping amazing, but the art interior I wasn't a big fan of. The story itself was good. It was kind of like a recap of before Kitty joined the X-Men, or the Uncanny X-Men, and a little bit of interaction between Scott and Jean, and Scott and himself before the current event that's going on, Trial of Jean Grey. Basically, this starts off they got back to their place after that mission with a shield showing up and everything in the last issue. They get back to their headquarters. Did they even call it the New Xavier School for Higher Learning? There we go. They get back there, and all the other people are missing, and they're kind of confused and worried, and they found like Shi'ar stuff, and so they know something's up, but they don't have a way to go into space. So next issue seems really interesting. I'm like really excited for next issue. This issue was definitely, it was good. It was cool to see Scott and himself talk back and forward. It was kind of weird, but it was cool. Same thing with him and the younger Jean Grey. And I'm still more interested in that other character, Eve. Is that her name? Girl Who Can Stop Time, because of what happened to her last issue. I'm just like, I want to know what happened. Is her character going to be bigger? Who knows? But she's definitely like probably my favorite of the new Uncanny X-Men. Aside from obviously Scott Summers, who's probably my favorite X-Man. Period. So yeah, I know a lot of people for some reason don't like him. I find him awesome since I was a kid. So I'm not just saying this since he went Dark Phoenix, which was flipping amazing. I'm just saying, yeah. They even touch on, that a little bit with him and Kitty, which was intense. But anyways, Mega Man issue, what is this, 34. I believe this was delayed a lot this month. I think it was supposed to come out like 2 weeks ago. It was on my pull list, and then they removed it, and then I couldn't find it even on Comixology or nothing, and then it just showed up there today, or yesterday, or 3 days ago. Days, time, what's it mean? I don't know. I'm not getting philosophical here. Anyways, this is the Mega Man X variant, as you can see there, Mega Man X. So basically, if you read Mega Man, which I don't know if you do, if anyone here who watches my videos reads Mega Man, they're looking for evidence to support Wily's claims that he was under the control of Ramoon. So Mega Man and a group of his turned good robot masters are, going back to where Ramoon was defeated to look for evidence, along with Dr. Light and some other guys. And then Breakman is doing his own thing with his own guys, and it was fine. But the real story here is the last 4 pages, which is a Mega Man X backup story, where Dr. Kane, I believe it's Dr. Kane, I could be remembering that name wrong, but he finds Dr. Light's old lab, and he finds X in the tube, and he starts building Reploids and stuff. And I can't wait. I think it's 4 parts, and it's a backup series, and then it's a 4-part tie crossover coming up with Mega Man X and Mega Man, where they're finally going to meet. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Mega Man is just one of my favorite, if not my favorite, video game characters. That's why I get this, and it doesn't disappoint. Next up, Nova. Once again, I really wish I got the variant for this, even though I'm sure it was more money. But, it was pretty good. It was, interesting. The very end of it was hilarious, because he goes to, find a prisoner who's, talking to him, and just a prisoner is hilarious. But basically, he's teamed up with Beta Ray Bill to take out the guy he kind of saved 2 issues ago from Beta Ray Bill, because it turns out he's a bad guy. And he's kind of like, my bad, I gotta go clean up my mess. And, yeah, they go to a planet, they fight that robot that's actually there is in the freaking issue, so that's kind of amazing that something in the cover has to do with the issue. Because if you look at the Uncanny X-Men, there's no gun to his head in the issue. Spoiler alert, even though I bet you probably already figured that one. Good issue, loving Nova, definitely one of my favorite things coming out. I say this every time a Nova issue comes out, but it is. It doesn't disappoint. Beta Ray Bill is awesome. We get a slight origin story with him in this issue. And, yeah, it's an action-packed issue, more or less. It's good. It's good. It's definitely good. Anyways, next up, Captain America issue 18 with this giant Captain America Winter Soldier banner on the top. Isn't that just make the comic look so much prettier? Can't wait for that movie, though. Again, a really good issue. We got, is it Mind Bubble? Is that his name? I think that's his name. It's the Iron Nail Part 2. We haven't gotten to the Iron Nail guy yet. But basically, S.H.I.E.L.D. has a weapon that, they're kind of afraid of falling into enemy hands. So Maria Hill is like calling in backup for every single shield agency, every single helicarrier, to meet her to the base that's been infiltrated. I think they call it the God Base. Captain America and, oh man, I forgot his name. The dude with the wings. He's gonna be in the movie. But basically, they're on their way too, but they get held up by, I believe it's AIM agents. It could be Hydra agents. I think it was AIM though. Anyways, while they're doing that, Maria Hill goes there, confronts Mr. Mind Bubble, who has like the entire base under his control, including the new Nick Fury, or Nick Fury Jr., or whatever you want to call him. The other one that's not the same one from back then, because I don't know what they're doing with Nick Fury. But yeah, really good issue. The weapon they have is pretty interesting. They show it at the end. And next issue just looks like it's going to be amazing. Captain America, once again, Rick Remender. Freaking amazing. How can you go wrong? Next up, Mark Millar's Jupiter's Legacy issue 4 has finally been released. It's a good thing that I was not getting this from the beginning, because I probably would have been disappointed by how long it took for this to come out. But for anybody who's been reading this from the beginning, you know how long it's been. So, Jupiter's Legacy issue 4 takes place years after the end of issue 3. Man, I don't remember their names, but their kid has grown up, as you can see in the cover. And basically the world has changed a lot. America is under the control of the superheroes. Other countries are suffering, kind of. And even America isn't doing great. You know, they didn't recover from their recession, or their forthcoming recession, as good as they were hoping for. It's funny because they're teaching this kid not to use his powers, to kind of like don't stand out. So they're like at a soccer game and he sucks at it, even though he could win if he wanted to. He gets beat up by bullies, even though he has to like try and make it so they don't bruise their knuckles while they're beating him up. And yeah, he's also doing stuff that he shouldn't be doing, which is like superhero type stuff. But his parents don't know about it. And it's getting the eye of her brother, I forget everybody's name in here, who they're still looking for them. So, yeah, it looks like that's going to be probably happening soon. You know, maybe next issue. They'll be, like, in Australia looking for them. Good issue, definitely well written. Still not a fan of the art, you know. I'm just not, I'm sorry. It's not bad, but it's like super highly detailed, I guess you could say, as you can see in this guy's face right there. But other than that, good series, only 4 issues in, but since it takes forever to come out, you know, you might have issues finding the first 3 issues. Though they did release a deluxe or special edition or something that comes with the first 3. Don't know how much that is, but if you want to check it out, Jupiter's Legacy, definitely good. Just takes too long to come out. I think it's like a bi-monthly comic, and they skipped a month and instead released all 3 issues together in one thing. Yeah. Anyways, Forever Evil, Part 6. It finally got good. I'm not saying that it was bad, but it was kind of all over the place. I feel like if you're not reading Forever Evil, no matter what, you have to read Justice League with it. Otherwise, you are definitely going to be really lost in the event. You don't really have to read Justice League of America or the other Justice League book. I think Justice League and Forever Evil are required together. I feel like that's how you're supposed to read it because of how they've done their issues. But this one, finally, Lex Luthor's Injustice League, as you call it, has gone to what remains of the Watchtower. I believe it's the Watchtower that crashed. And yeah, they go there to try and rescue Nightwing and take out whoever's there. Black Manta does some shit that I was surprised about. I didn't see that coming. They revealed the guy who has the mask on and stuff, and that kind of was amazing. This whole issue, really good. Best issue so far. Can't wait for the next part of it because it got really good in this issue. Like, they finally started their assault. They're finally fighting. They kind of touch upon what Ultraman and all of them were afraid of last issue with the thing that destroyed their world heading to this world that they're in. You know, the mainstream Justice League world, whichever Earth that is. I don't know which. I don't know what the number is, but that one. And yeah, it's good. It's just it got really good, and I'm excited that I kept reading it. But at the same time, I kind of can't wait for things to go back to normal for a little bit. But whatever, freaking amazing. Last up, my number one thing of the week, because it was my number one thing before, and it's just too clever. And you're like, there's something under it. There's something under it. How's that your number one thing? It was so good, I bought it twice again. And yes, it was cover price. That's why I really like the fact that Image Comics, like, I think the third variant of issue 1 was a little bit more money that I didn't get, but I want it. Apocalypse Al, as you can see, I got both covers here. This one actually kind of makes you think, oh, is it AI? But no, it's still Al, I'm pretty sure, because of her name. She goes into a computer world, which apparently the computer, the internet, and the spirit world, and I think they might have said demon world or some crazy thing like that, are all connected together, so you can enter it through the internet virtually. You get sucked to a machine and stuff by this friend of hers who's kind of like a big giant pervert. And yeah, she finds her mom. Her mom is crazy. She's dead, by the way. It's a ghost that she's talking to in the spirit world. And to start off from where it left off, the Ultimate Darkness, who every time he says Ultimate Darkness or she says Ultimate Darkness, his like secretary or whatever that guy is has to repeat it again, but like in bold lettering, like he's emphasizing Ultimate Darkness. Yeah, what else can I say? He wants her help to stop the apocalypse from the guy who has the Book of Keys or something like that. He doesn't want that to happen because he's been on Earth and he likes it there, and he has his own plans for the apocalypse that he's been working on. He doesn't want to get spoiled. That's why he wants her help. And she's like, aren't you like the devil too or something, because you're the Ultimate Dark? And he's like, no. And then he's like, see, I don't remember if he like sent him an email or something like that, like shows him, see, he wants to do lunch kind of thing. It was pretty funny. There's gremlins. The gremlins from the cover of issue 1 finally get involved. They are freaking pretty hilarious too. Just the whole series. I love this series. It's awesome. It's part 2 of 4. That's the only disappointing part, is that it's 2 of 4. But hopefully it will be good enough that they will continue doing this. Anyways, I've rambled on for 17 whole minutes here, so I should probably end this pickup video here. I didn't realize it got so long. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, everything I got, my little mini reviews for everything. Once again, Apocalypse Al, probably my number one thing. I still really recommend you get this if you haven't gotten it yet. Otherwise, Forever Evil, Juniper's Legacy, and Captain America were all amazing. Not saying that anything else wasn't amazing that I showed, but they were probably my top things. Obviously, why they're in that order. And yeah, anyways, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe and all that stuff. And I will see you next week. Alright, bye.